Okay, let's talk about underdogs in golf, specifically, the real dark horses at this week's Rocket Classic. Now, if you're not paying attention, you might miss the sleeper picks that could actually shake up the leaderboard. I'm not just talking about random names with long odds. I'm talking about players who, on paper, shouldn't be this cheap to bet on, but here we are. And one name that's flying under the radar. Johnny Keefer. Wait, don't scroll past him yet. Let me explain why this 25-year-old PGA Tour rookie might be the most fascinating bet of the week, /n/n first. Let's address the elephant in the room. Sleeper picks in golf aren't just about finding a random guy with a cool backstory. It's about data, trends, and, frankly, odds that don't reflect reality. Johnny Keefer's current odds at +295 for a top 20 finish. On the surface, that feels reasonable. But dig deeper. This guy is ranked 73rd in the FedEx Cup, 6th among rookies, and, get this, he's top 10 in 3 critical stats: ball striking, strokes gained off the tee, and greens in regulation. So why isn't he a top 10 favorite? Why are people sleeping on him? Personally, I think it's because his rise has been too quiet. No flashy wins, just consistent, methodical dominance in the areas that actually matter on a track like Detroit Golf Club, /n/n now. Let's break this down. Detroit's course has been restored this year, whatever that means. From what I've seen, it's a classic layout that favors bombers off the tee and precision players on approach. And Keefer? He's 6th in ball striking on tour. 6th. That's ahead of household names, folks. His issue has always been putting, like so many young players, but here's the twist: this course is playing different greens than last year. A reset on the greens could actually help a guy like Keefer, who's built his game around the other 70% of the sport. What many people don't realize is that a sleeper isn't someone who's inexperienced, it's someone whose skill set aligns perfectly with the week's conditions, even if their name isn't trending on Twitter /n/n. But wait, let's not ignore the other side of the age spectrum. John Perry, the 39-year-old rookie from England, is another name I'm circling. +235 for a top 30. That feels like a bargain considering he's got 7 top 30s in 19 starts and just finished T24 at the 3M Open. What's his edge? Experience. At 39, he's got 271 starts on the DP World Tour under his belt. That's not just more reps, it's a mental resilience gauge. Golf is as much about handling pressure as it is about talent. And Perry's recent form, especially at majors like the US Open, suggests he thrives when the stakes are highest. In my opinion, betting against a veteran in his prime is always risky, but betting against one in his career year, that's a mistake, /n/n. Then there's John Vanderlaan. Another rookie, another +295 shot at a top 40. At first glance, his case seems weaker, AT40 in his last 2 starts, middling putting stats, but wait. His Korn Ferry Tour pedigree. Built on elite tee to green play. And this Detroit course? It's asking players to start fresh on the greens, neutralizing Vanderlaan's weakness and highlighting his strengths. If you take a step back and think about it, the guy's entire career has been about adapting. He clawed his way up with power off the tee and surgical approaches, and now the course is practically handing him a blueprint for success. His last 2 finishes weren't flukes, they were warnings, /n/n. So what's the bigger picture here? Sleeper picks aren't about luck. They're about spotting mismatches between market perception and actual performance. Keefer's odds don't reflect his ball-striking dominance. Perry's age isn't a liability, it's an asset. Vanderlaan's weak putting narrative gets flipped by a course redesign. This raises a deeper question: why do we default to name recognition in golf betting? The stats are there. The trends are there. But we still chase the Brysons and Rahms. Maybe the real play is just betting against the hype, /n/n. Final thought: if you're not considering these rookies, and yes, even a 39-year-old rookie, you're leaving value on the table. Golf's analytics revolution has made it easier than ever to spot the disconnects. And at the end of the day, that's what sleeper picks are, bets against conventional wisdom. What's your take? Are you buying the Keefer hype, or are you waiting for a safer bet? Drop a comment, let's debate it.